Hi, welcome to another episode of Family Favourites and to my kitchen. I'm Cassie from BBC Good Food and I'm going to show you how to make one of my family's favourite curries. This is our version of a really easy butter chicken. So the first thing I'm going to do is just marinate the chicken. So I've got 500 grams of chicken thighs here, which I've just chopped into large chunks. And to that we're going to add some spices. So I've got 2 teaspoons of ground cumin and 2 teaspoons of paprika and a little bit of salt. I'm just going to add that to 200 grams of yogurt and also add half a lemon, just juiced. And we'll just mix that together and pour it all over the chicken.
Now this isn't a traditional style butter chicken because it doesn't actually contain any butter. Instead we're going to use yogurt to add that lovely dairy richness, but it will be a little bit lighter than the traditional version.
Okay, so I've just taken the chicken out of the fridge. It's had about an hour in there just to marinate with all those lovely spices. So now we're ready to start making the curry.
I've got 1 onion, a green chilli, some ginger, 3 garlic cloves, a teaspoon of garam masala and a teaspoon of ground fenugreek and 3 tablespoons of tomato puree. Then I've got 300 ml of chicken stock here, which I've just made up with a low salt chicken stock cube. So I'll start with the ginger. You can peel this with a knife, but sometimes I like to do it with a spoon. And you want about a thumb-sized piece for this. And I'm just going to grate the ginger on a fine grater. I'm just using 1 green chilli for this recipe, but you can add more if you like. And I'm going to remove the seeds just because I don't want it too spicy. But again, if you like a bit of spice, then feel free to leave them in. So I've been joined by my little helper here. She's chopping up some ingredients for me. And we've got our grated ginger and our chopped chilli ready to go. And the next job is to chop the garlic. So I just crush it with the side of my knife, peel the skins off, and then we'll finely chop it. And finally, our last job is just to chop up the onion. Okay, over to the hob. I'm going to heat a fairly large pan over a medium heat. And just add a couple of tablespoons of oil. And we'll just fry off our onions, ginger and garlic for about 10 minutes until they're nice and soft. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 8 minutes now and the onions are really lovely and soft. Just make sure you keep an eye on it as it cooks because the ginger and the garlic can burn quite easily. Okay, we're ready to add the rest of the ingredients. So I'll tip in the spices and the tomato puree and just stir that around the pan for 30 seconds or so. Make sure those spices are just cooked off nicely. Okay, that looks great. So now I'll add the chicken and try and get all that marinade in there as well. And finally, our chicken stock. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a lid on and we'll cook that for about half an hour until the chicken is nice and tender. So the curry's been cooking for about half an hour now. I've just tried a piece of chicken and it's nice and tender, so we're almost ready to serve. At this point, it's a really good idea to just check the sauce and see if it needs any seasoning. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar to the sauce, just to balance out the acidity from the yogurt and the lemon juice. And you might want to add a pinch of extra salt or some pepper or chilli if you want it a bit spicier. Okay, we're ready to serve up. And I like to serve mine with a big spoonful of mango chutney a wedge of lime, some coriander, and some extra chilli.
So that is our super easy chicken butter curry. We really hope you love it.